Hi. Okay, with us have Gabriel, and Gabriel is going to ask us a few questions about the program. So go ahead, Gabriel. First, tell us a little about yourself, where you live, what you like to do.
Hey, I'm from Switzerland. I'm 19 years old and I just finished my military service. I'm passionate about snowboarding and outdoor activities. And I just wanted to ask you a few questions about your program, see if it was a right fit.
Great, go ahead.
First of all, what kind of jobs can I expect after the program ECAT in adventure touring and outdoors?
So I'll start with this, and then Thomas, you can fill in if you'd like. We're really training people to work in adventure tourism industry or outdoor education. So it could be really, really diverse, the type of jobs that one would do. So if you think of tourism, how massive it is globally, and then you think of adventure tourism. So anytime you go on holidays, any type of tour that you might do, that would be adventure tourism. Any type of guiding, glacier guiding in certain places, that's different in Europe, but in Iceland, glacier guiding is a very big adventure tourism activity. Students could go on to working as ski instructors, ski patrollers, working for summer camps, building their own businesses. A lot of what we're doing in the program is to help people with the skills to maybe take their passion of what they really love to do and build their own small business. Any other jobs that you can think of that you'd like to add to?
Yeah, that was already a very good comprehensive summary. Something very appealing for people is to combine it with different professions or different skills. Like if you think about a photographer with the necessary outdoor skills or technical skills is more employable just to do the photography work in more technical terrain. I know of people who combine it with, for example, with adventure therapy. The concept evolved in North America, but we see that more and more taken over in Europe nowadays, just to give you a couple more examples.
Oh, nice. That's super diverse. Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
What kind of skills do I need beforehand to apply for the program?
Well, basically, to get into the program, you don't need any technical skills. So what we would like to see, of course, that's the nature of the program. You need to be physically fit, of course. So just to give you an example, you need to be able to carry a backpack of a few kilograms for a few hours a day. For the water-based certifications and training programs that we offer, you need to be able to swim on a fairly decent level. I'd say you need to be like a fairly strong swimmer to partake in the whitewater-based courses. But other than that, as long as you're motivated and have fun in the outdoors, no other technical skills required.
Makes sense. And how many days would be outside during this program? And also, are there also any indoor sessions or online trainings?
Well, yes, to all of that. So the ratio is basically, so when you sum up all the training days, it's about 100 days of training. And about 80 to 85 days are outdoor-based training days, which you would spend in nature, in the outdoors. And the remainder of that, that's about 15 to 20 days is seminar-style work in classrooms on just going into more depth after doing some online components.
So, there might be a mix in some courses. There might be a leadership course that's some of the theoretical is inside, but then it might be applied outside. And likewise for, let's say, avalanche training, the majority of those days would be out in the field, but there might be a day or two in the classroom or a morning, or it'll be kind of integrated throughout it. But there will be a mix with, as Thomas said, the majority of the days outside.
All right. And so where are you based out of? Which countries?
We're based out of Germany, Iceland, and Switzerland. So it'll be a division between those three locations. However, there might be some trips that happen. There might be a climbing trip to Italy or another location. Anything else to add to that, Thomas?
Yeah, so this year's program intake in end of August, we will start in Iceland for a few weeks, and then the program will move down towards Germany as a main base. And as Jacqui was already mentioning, from that base, we have the option just to go into the Austrian Alps, the Italian Alps, and there will be a break of for a few weeks over Christmas, and then we'll join up again for the winter skills portion of the program in Switzerland.
Awesome. That's already really helpful. But I guess, what does a typical day look like?
Well, as I mentioned before, like you'll be spending a lot of time outdoors. So the structure of the training courses are tailored towards like a commercial guiding outfit. So we meet up in the morning, we discuss conditions, discuss group issues, plan out the day. It's basically our morning guides meeting as you would do in a professional operation. During the day, we'll be outside training in various locations, various types of terrain, and meet up in the afternoon for a daily review and debrief, review risk management procedures, and learn from the day for the following days.
And I would also like to add that when someone takes a program such as this, you build an incredible bond with the group and the community. And so within this day, there's a lot of interaction and time that you would spend with a cohort of people that you're in the program with. And so it's a learning experience, but it's also very memorable in that way as well. And some of the days might vary a little bit. For example, if there's a ski touring trip, then you might be out in the field or winter camping. So it might depend on the type of activity or the time of year or the location. But does that answer your question? Do you have a...
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that sounds great. How can I apply to your program? Where can I do that?
Well, the best step, or the very first step to apply, is once you become interested in the program, to schedule an informational session. Can be on a very casual basis, just to schedule a phone call or a video call. So basically figuring out if our program is the right match for you, and then take it from there. So there's a very easy formal application process. You would have to send in your personal information, a small letter of intent, your resume, and if you have some outdoor trip log, that's something useful but not mandatory.
And can I also add that there'll be a variety of people that are interested, and there always are, and it shouldn't exclude you if you haven't done one sport, because also one of the activities are the sports, because we're also teaching the activities. So, we'd like to know what you have background in, but it's also not, we don't want to discourage anyone who feels like they might not have what they think they might need for the program, because it's also a program where we're training.
Mm-hmm. And so if I want to learn more, can I also do it through that way, the video calls?
Yeah, I would suggest that's the best way, just to establish, a personal connection, and then you can ask some very direct questions about the program. So overall, our major goal is for applicants to figure out if our offerings are a good match for you, for your future career goals, basically.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And maybe gear-wise, what gear do I need, and what does ECAT provide?
So during the field courses, which most of them are quite technical in nature, so all the technical gear that's provided by us, for example, all the rock climbing gear, ropes, harnesses, carabiners, or on glacier-based courses, we do provide all the technical materials such as crampons, ice axes, and ropes. What you need for yourself is just your own personal outdoor clothing, Gore-Tex jackets, gloves, hat, and such, plus camping gear, your basic personal camping gear like a sleeping bag, sleeping mat, and those things that you can apply in a variety of different courses.
Okay. Yeah. And one last important point would be, what's the community like? Who takes this program?
The program attracts, because we're a global program and we're operating in Europe, and the intention is to deliver a lot of certifications. We should have mentioned that earlier as well, that we're really delivering a lot of certifications for somebody to leave the program and be ready to work in the industry. And the majority of the certifications are really global, and so we're really attracting a global audience. So there's people from all over the world that will be in the program, and men, women. Most people will be probably in their early 20s, 18, 19, 20, mid-20s, but it's also open to anyone. And there's often people that are interested because they want to change careers. So maybe they've been working in the industry, or in like a corporate world, or they're in another industry for 5 or 10 years, and they want to change. They don't like their job anymore. They want to be outside or follow their passion. So they might be a little bit older, and they're welcome as well. So it'll be a diverse group of people, and they'll share a common theme, which is a passion for being in the outdoors and learning these skills.
All right, that sounds awesome. I'll for sure check you out. Yeah, thank you for answering my questions. That was nice. Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you, Gabriel. Nice to have this conversation, and that's all.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
If you think you'd like to work in the outdoor industry, but you're not really sure what you would do, head to our website, and we have a free assessment that you can fill out, and we will help you determine that.
To learn more about our training programs, visit our website or sign up to our newsletter.